The first station was simply known as Leighton when it was opened by the London and Birmingham Railway on the 9th of April 1838 as part of the first section of its line from London Euston to Denby Hall. The line had originally been planned to pass through Buckingham, but opposition from the Duke of Buckingham ensured that it was forced east through Linslade. A station with two facing platforms was opened a quarter mile south of the Linslade tunnels. These are arranged unusually for a four-track main line. The southbound slow line has a tunnel to itself, and the northbound fast lane is the same. However, the northbound slow and southbound fast share a tunnel. This stems from the fact that the line was built as a double track when it was quadrupled, and the extra two lines could only be placed along both sides. In 1848, May of that year, the station became a junction where the branch line to Dunstable was opened, and the London Northwestern Railway replaced the first station in February 1859 by another more permanent structure located 8 chains, which is roughly 160 metres, to the south. The new building had an imposing frontage and featured arched windows. Access to the Dunstable branch was controlled by Leighton No. 2 signal box situated to the north of the station, while the actual branch signals were controlled by the main box to the south. In 1874, land was purchased to the south of the station alongside the Dunstable branch for the construction of goods sidings, which eventually became known as Wing Yard. The LNWR was absorbed by the London, Midland and Scottish Railway in the 1923 grouping, and in 1927 it added a crossover between the fast and the slow lines. This was to play a significant role in the derailment of Royal Scot 6114 Coldstream Guardsman at Linslade in the 22nd of March 1931, when the driver took the crossover at 50 to 60 miles an hour instead of the regulation 15 miles an hour. There had been a diversion in place on the fast line and the driver missed the warning signals. The engine overturned and 6 people were unfortunately killed, including the driver and the fireman. The Scotland amateur football team was on the train and somehow remained unscathed. Between 1957 and 1958, the station buildings were rebuilt and a concrete awning placed over the platform. At the entrance of a larger booking waiting hall, central heating, electric lighting and cycle storage. Parcels and loading bays were improved. The Great Train Robbery of 1963 occurred just south of this station at Brigdeo Bridge near Ledburn, at a bridge on the southbound stretch towards Cheddington. Wing Yard was closed in 1967, is now used as a car park, and the branch to Dunstable was closed from June. In 1989, the platforms were lengthened to accommodate 12-coach trains, and a £1.8 million project to rebuild the station was started. So we shall get things started with 350-265 and 350-106. Working the 1007 London Northwestern Railway service from Milton Keynes Central to London Euston. Coming down on the fast line now is 350-256 and 350-377, working 1U26 from London Euston to Crewe. And 390-128 takes us by surprise. working 9A31 from Lancaster to London Euston. Next to depart the station, 377203 and 377211, working the 1024 Southern Railway service from Milton Keynes Central to Clapham Junction via Kensington Olympia. Next, flying through on the fast lines, 390-009, working 1 Foxtrot 14 from London Euston to Liverpool Lime Street. Next up, a bit of a rarity here as 221-102 and 221-104 work 1 Sierra 52 from London Euston to Glasgow Central. And as they fly through the station, 350-267 and 350-114 depart with the 1034 London Northwestern Railway service from Northampton to London Euston. Another 12 car latch up now as 350-245, 350-238 and 350-111 work the 1035 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Milton Keynes Central. Next up, still in their Greater Anglia livery, 90-006 and 90-004 work 4 Lima 97 from Trafford Park FLT to Felixstowe North. Next up, 350-262 and 350-113 working the 1043 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Birmingham New Street via Northampton. And quickly following on its heels, 390-136 working 1H18 from London Euston to Manchester Piccadilly via Stoke-on-Trent. Next up, 377-214 and 377-201 working the 1047 Southern Railway service from Clapham Junction to Milton Keynes Central. And taking us by surprise from behind the Southern Electro Stars, 390.016, working 1 Mike 07 from Preston to London Euston. Next to depart, 350.401 and 350.112, working the 1054 London Northwestern Railway service from Birmingham New Street to London Euston. Last northbound working hours 390.107. Fly through working 9 Sierra 60 from London Euston to Edinburgh Waverley via Birmingham New Street. And final arrival into the station, there's 350.369 and 350.260. Arrive with the 1107 London Northwestern Railway service from London Euston to Northampton. And here comes our train in the form of 350.111, 350.238 and 350.245, working the 1108 London Northwestern Railway service from Milton Keynes Central to London Euston. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed what you saw, click on the 2 videos here at the end screen. Helps out the channel. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe if you are new and got this far. And we'll see you all in the next video, folks, wherever that may take us. We'll see you then, folks.